In this demo, I'll be walking through Levelscale's custom Oracle WMS pick release form. This form was designed for improving user visibility to the entire order to ship process. It allows for mass pick releasing, the pick confirmation, and the ship confirmation processes to occur, all within one centralized form. The goal here is for the user to not ever have to leave this form in order to process all of the transactions and all of the different functions that are required throughout that process. So from a high level, what's going to happen here is I'm going to walk you through how to query for the orders, how to review the form and walk through some of the functionalities within the form, and then how to pick release, how to pick confirm, and how to ship confirm. Okay, the form that you're looking at right now is just the find orders form. It's the query form that allows you to enter all of the parameters that you would need to enter to filter the orders that are available for this process. So any order that has not already shipped, any order that's already been booked and is available to the warehouse would be part of the base group of records that this form would query. You can see some of the attributes you can query on: order, order type, customer, ship to, carrier, ship method, scheduled ship date range, the line status of the order. That would include all of the seated statuses of ready to release, back ordered, release to warehouse, stage pick confirmed, all of those. And then you see up at the top right here, you can query on all the orders that have a certain item, the orders on a trip, and the delivery numbers. The appointment book was some custom functionality built in to review the scheduling, the doc schedule, and the appointment book for the customer. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click find here, and what's going to happen is the form's going to perform an available to reserve calculation for each and every single line item on the order. And what this gives you is the ability to see exactly what orders will back order before you actually perform the pick release process. I'll click the find button here. So you can see the results are returned in a very tabular fashion. It gives me a totals count down here at the bottom of how many orders were returned, and gives me all the pertinent details regarding that order here, all of which obviously can be customized to display whatever results are required. In addition, down here at the bottom, you'll see the ship to address for the order that's is highlighted up in the top block. As I go down the list, you can see that ship to address change. There's a list of drop-down actions here that you can perform on the orders, anything from back ordering to creating and firming the deliveries, to selecting the orders and ship confirming. Going back up to the top here, you can see that the orders are highlighted in different colors even as I scroll down the list here, each color representing something different, all of which was user-defined type color schemes and user-defined statuses over here to the right. The status is in this scenario is the next step for that order. So you can see this order, the next step is to pick release it. So if I look at this order, the next step is to pick the order. It's already been pick released. There's tasks out there waiting for the order to be processed, and then there's other ones that that require additional processing up front before you can even pick release it. This client requires a delivery and a firm delivery to be created before pick release. So you can see the next step here is to create the delivery. Okay, going on to the lines tab. The lines tab is going to show you all of the lines that are on the order that you have highlighted with your cursor on the Orders tab. So if I click there, you can see it's going to display all the lines for that order, the item information, and then the quantity information based on unit measure conversions, and the requested quantity in the primary unit measure, and then what's available for this order line from the pickable subinventories, or what we're calling the pick line subinventory, and then what's available offline, which is what's available in the bulk subinventories or reserve subinventories. If there wasn't enough quantity to fulfill this entire order line, it would for one have the back order quantity listed here, and then the line would be highlighted red, like in this scenario here, where you've got a requested quantity that's more than what is currently on hand, and it gives you the total back ordered quantity there of what's going to back order. The last tab here is the item summary tab. What this does for you is it summarizes all of the items that were on the orders that were just queried. So out of the 31 orders that were returned in the results, this is a summary of all the items on those orders, the number of orders the item appeared on, the total quantity, what's available, and then what will back order based on pick releasing the orders that were returned. This form also allows for replenishing, automatically creating the move orders from this item summary form by selecting the lines and processing the move orders that would create the replenishment task for the users to replenish the product from a bulk subinventory to a pick line subinventory, or whatever the requirements are there. Okay, so the next step after reviewing all the order statuses and looking at the shortages that you'd have and maybe replenishing those shortages, I'd be able to come in here and select the orders I'd want to pick release, whichever ones maybe are 100%. Go ahead and select those orders and then click the pick release button. That would allow you to pick release in mass and very efficiently, selecting exactly which orders you would want to pick release while maybe some replenishment tasks are being completed for the other orders, or some other action items are being handled for those other orders. So in addition to the pick release, after pick release, the next step would be to pick confirm the order. Okay, you can see here that I've gone ahead and selected an order that has been pick released. I can see that not only by the highlighting of the line, or the order here, but also by looking at the lines. I can see that there were some back orders on the order, but the majority of the lines are released to warehouse. I do have some that have already been pick confirmed. You can see down here where the status has changed and the LPN has been populated. So in order to pick confirm the rest of this order, I can go ahead and select the order and click pick confirm, and the pick confirmation form is displayed with the remaining tasks that have not been pick confirmed yet, with all of the task details, the quantity, the LPN that it has been containerized to, and the type of LPN and the sequence of the LPN. What this form allows you to do is print the labels on demand. Whenever the user is ready to print the labels would be printed in sequence. This could be for UCC 128 labels or for generic shipping labels. You can also print labels just for a select group of records by checking the appropriate records and clicking the labels button. In addition, you can filter items out. If you want to go pick one item at a time or a group of items at a time, you can go ahead and check the filter here, enter the items, hit done, and it will bring back just those items that you've filtered out. The other thing here is you can perform the pick confirmation, which is done by selecting the records on the left, and then if they're case LPNs or even mixed LPNs, like partial picks that went into a mixed box, you can pack to a pallet LPN if required by selecting the records you wish to pick confirm, generating the pallet LPN here, and then clicking the pick confirm button. So what this form does, it's allowing you to print the labels in a certain sequence and just a certain set of labels if required. It also prompts to print a pick list or an audit sheet to audit the entire pick or the entire order. And it also allows you to come back and enter any exceptions if there wasn't any quantity in the location that the system set to go to pick the task. You can come back here and back order the task and enter a reason. You can also come back here and once you're done picking, you select the lines that were picked to the pallet, and you generate the pallet LPN, hit pick confirm, and at that point, if any additional labels were required, they could be printed at that point along with a pallet label, a generic shipping label for a pallet, or any additional shipping documents could be printed at that point as well. Once you've processed the task, this form does allow you to go look at the history. If I click show history here, these are the tasks that I've already processed, I've already pick confirmed, and you can see what the case LPNs were here for each and every case, and then the pallet LPN down here at the bottom that they were picked to. Alright, so that wraps up the pick confirmation form. The next step of the process would be to ship confirm. So I could go to one of these orders here that's highlighted in green. It's ready to ship confirm. All I would need to do is check it, make sure my actions ship confirm, click the go button, and this pops up a little form that allows you to enter all the additional shipment details regarding that trip or delivery. It also gives you a display of all the deliveries that are on the trip, or if it's just a delivery, just show you the delivery, the total number of pallets, and the delivery status. In addition to that, it's showing you all of the pallets that are on the delivery, who pick confirmed them, and when they were pick confirmed. The lines tab shows you all the lines that were on that pallet, all the items and the quantities that were picked to that pallet. One additional functionality here on the pallets tab is the ability to back order the LPN. So if I was to select this line and hit the remove button here, it does all of those extremely manual steps in the Oracle standard process to remove the pallet LPN from the delivery, unassign or unpack the case LPNs from the pallet, and then transfer the case LPNs to another delivery, and then back order that delivery. There's also functionality to move the product back to the source location once it's been back ordered. So that entire process that takes hours and hours for orders that have multiple pallets or multiple LPNs that have to be back ordered is all done through the click of a single button. So once I review the entire status here of the trip, enter all the details and the lines, all I would need to do is hit ship confirm here. You'd see the report set here selected. It would automatically generate the report set for me for all my shipping docs, and that would basically conclude the entire process, everything from order to ship, all within one form. Many of these functions that you've seen here were somewhat specific to this customer, but everything is customizable. The additional functions that are required at a line level or at an order level could all be worked into the form as well. But the general idea is to improve usability and to allow for users to perform mass transactions with the click of a single button, and to do the pick confirmation and ship confirmation in an extremely expedited manner. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact us, levelscale.com, or visit the demo page at levelscale.com for some additional details, and our contact information at levelscale.com/demo.